Come and let me whisper sweet nothings into your ear about my pull rates and the fun stuff that we have in Whispers in the Well. So that has come out, and we now get to play with the new fancy cards. And before we get into that, though, I wanted to get into some math. So if you like formulas and spreadsheets, great news. I got a link you're going to love with a whole breakdown of what we opened for Whispers, but also for previous sets. So you can kind of like compare and see that things are pretty much generally the same. For those of you who just like the visuals, here are the highlights that we have here. First off, let's start with the exciting stuff, which is we opened 2 of the Hades Iconic. Bad lighting, but you can see he's beautiful. So we opened those 2 Hades in 44 boxes. Perhaps just how many we opened. We opened 44 boxes, which is 1,056 packs, and there were 2 Iconics in it. So notably, that is up from last time. Last time we opened 0. However, we did open, or there were customers who opened like 2 or 3 or 4 of them in stores. So, like 2 tracks with what our store distribution would be. We opened 8 Enchanteds and 1 set of doubles. We opened the Demona and we opened 2 of the Can't Hold It Back. I think that's a beautiful card. The things to note about that is we have opened 8 in the past, but we typically open more. It is definitely not 1 per case, which is what people seem to say it is online. It never has been a guaranteed 1 per case, and it most certainly did not seem to be that time for us. We opened some on camera. That's where we opened the first Hades. And we did open 1 of the Enchanteds in the same case as the Hades. The 3 other cases that we opened on camera didn't have any Enchanteds in it. So bad luck for us on that. But the 8 Enchanteds versus, say, like the 11 Enchanteds we opened last time, it still is roughly within the same distribution rate that we would expect, as it is roughly like, I think like 1 Enchanted in like 5 or 6 boxes. So it still kind of checks out to that. So 8 Enchanteds, very nice. Next thing that is exciting as of Fabled is the Epics. So we opened lots of epics. We opened 67 epics, which is up slightly from last time when we opened 64. However, margin of error, it still roughly equates to 1.5 per box. And so kind of like the numbers are not increased on the epics. We just happen to open an extra 1 or 2 this time. The thing to note about the epics and the distribution of epics is that we open a lot of boxes and a lot of packs, but we don't open enough to kind of really like round out the distribution for things like foils and epics. So there are some we opened many of. So if you like the Horn King, we have many of the Horn King, and there's some we opened only like 1 of, which was the cute little Minnie. I really like that Minnie. She might be my favorite artwork for the epics. So you'll see that in a lot of cases with openings where you open enough to get like a good chunk and a good kind of spread of stuff, but you do see some funny little things that come up. We get a whole bunch of one thing and a whole lot less of another within what should be the same rarity. When you open on a global scale, that'll even out. Things to note about the other stuff. So the legendary supers and rares, plus or minus like 1 or 2 cards, they're all within the same margin that we would expect and have seen from previous sets. So that is what I've got here for the fun stuff for you to see. We're just going to end on looking at this Hades again. We'll be doing the same thing with the next set and with kind of every set that comes out. So go dig into the math. If you don't like math, you just like images, I'll have images posted on Instagram and up here on YouTube if you just kind of want to look at that. That was me whispering sweet nothings to you, and I hope that you enjoyed that as much as I did. Good luck on your pulls this weekend, and I hope you open a lot of Cindy's.